Hi, I'm Paula. Welcome to Common Sense Dream Interpretation, Chapter 3. Now, if you remember in the first two chapters, we discussed the universal language of mind and how your subconscious uses symbols to communicate with us through our dreams. And these symbols are based on function, and that's why I call this series Common Sense Dream Interpretation. Because if you can figure out what a symbol's function is in your waking life, then you can pretty much figure out what that symbol's function is in your dreams relating to your inner self. So let me remind you of the main rule of dream interpretation. Number one, everyone in the dream is the dreamer, and everything in the dream is about the dreamer. So now that we've had our little review, let's go ahead and go to the next example of interpreting a dream. Now, we've talked about two common dream symbols already, food and people. We're going to add another symbol, and that's going to be teeth. Now, teeth in a dream is a very common symbol. They could be falling out, they could be black, they could be very small, they could be very large. When I first started studying dreams, I read that teeth falling out was a very common symbol in dreams. And it's funny because just a few days after I read that, I was discussing with a coworker my dream studies, and she said, well, I had a strange dream. And I said, oh, okay, will you share it with me? And she did, and I was excited, of course, because somebody would share a dream with me. And she said, I dreamed my teeth were falling out. And I was pretty happy because I was able to help her with that dream symbol and realize that it wasn't strange at all. So that made me very happy that I could do that for her. What we're going to do, we're going to talk about the dream that we started in our first chapter. So you remember that dream. You went into a restaurant, you went up to the buffet, and you couldn't make a decision on what to get. So in walks your friend Susan, and she stands beside you. Now you look up at Susan and you see, to your horror, that all her teeth are falling out. Now the first thing I want you to do when you have this dream is I want you to write it down in your dream journal. Now under that, I want you to write down the symbols. Now you have 4 symbols so far in this dream. You have restaurant, which is a place in mind that knowledge is available. You have food. Food is knowledge. You have Susan, and we determined that Susan was an aspect of yourself that was moody. Now we're going to add teeth. Now teeth as a symbol is a means of assimilating knowledge so that it can be used. So if you think about the function of teeth, teeth break down food so that your body can use it. It assimilates into your body. So teeth in a dream symbolizes the act of what you have learned in your waking life being assimilated into your subconscious for your permanent knowledge. Now, let me also add something to this. In order to do that, you do have to apply that knowledge to your waking life. If you just go through life on autopilot, you're not paying attention, you're not actively involved, if you're not thinking about what you're doing, then it's probably not going to go into your permanent knowledge. For example, this one thing I can think of is, remember the first time you drove to work and you paid attention to everything. You paid attention to how long it took you, where to turn, what exit to take, where to park. Now, you paid so much attention that this was applying it to your waking life. You put it into permanent knowledge. Now you get to work a few years later, you don't even remember how you got there. So this is the difference between applying your knowledge and then just going through your day collecting information and doing nothing with it. So back to teeth falling out. So if your teeth are falling out, that means that you're unable to eat. You're unable to nourish your body. This being the function of teeth. So losing teeth in a dream could mean a change in the way you assimilate knowledge. It could be that you don't have what you need to understand. You may need a new information, a new point of view, a new outlook, even new practices. And you'll see this goes right into our previous start of the dream interpretation on this dream. First of all, the dreamer is in a place in mind to receive knowledge. That's the restaurant. And she goes up to the buffet. She can't decide what to get. So in other words, she's unable to know what knowledge is useful and what needs to be discarded. And we figure out why. It's because of the aspect of herself that is represented by Susan. She's moody. In other words, she could be irritable, unable to focus, unable to think, unable to concentrate, maybe even scattered, distracted. So if this were my dream and the teeth falling out was added to it, that would tell me what I need to do. I need to know the purpose of my desire in order for me to assimilate the knowledge that I need. I may need to change the way I assimilate my knowledge. I need to get a new point of view, maybe a new outlook. I need to really and truly probably change the way I assimilate knowledge. And as you can see, dreams are like little stories in picture form. And so this dream has not only told us what is wrong, but it's told us how to fix it, which is one of the greatest things about dreams. Our subconscious never lies to us. So if you can listen to your dream, apply it to your waking life, act upon that message that the dream is giving you, you'll be steps ahead in your soul progression and learning about your inner self. So one thing I want you to do, I know in the last chapter what I wanted you to do is get your journal and start writing in your journal, put the paper and pen beside your bed so that you can write your dream down immediately. So what I want you to do is consciously think about why you want to remember your dreams. Do like 10 reasons. For example, to know your inner self, to confidence, stop having nightmares, greater health. But it's personal to you, why you want to remember your dreams. And the reason I want you to do this is this shows intent. Along with the paper and pen by your bed, your journal, and you consciously thinking about why you want to remember your dreams, this will show intent, and this will help you remember your dreams. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started on chapter 4, and I want to thank you very much.